Hello, hello. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Bet. I need to work on me an intro and some other stuff. Um, Let me share this out. Hey, Lauren. Hello, hello, hello. Y'all, what a day of skits we've had. What a day of skits. It has been something else. I'm posting this. We are live this evening. Whew. We're about to get started. All right, so the link has been posted. Hey, 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 y'all. Hey, hey, hey. We had some late evening skits. I did react to them. I just haven't had a chance to post them yet. Um, but Shara is pissed. She is so pissed. Um, she is upset. Hey, Cheryl. She is upset because Larry has let her know that um Larry has let Shara know that Bethany was snooping around her house and took that picture. And she ain't happy. Because that really is a violation, you know? That's a real violation. And I don't blame her for being upset. I don't blame her at all. Let's see, Lauren has a question for me. Oh, I think she's definitely going to testify. I think Looney and a few other people said that they think Bethany is what's going to change Char's mind. I definitely think this changed her mind. And if it's not, if it doesn't change her mind, what Larry just told her, I think something related to the house is going to change her mind. Lawrence says, do you think JT and this ex friend don't want to testify against Beth because they're afraid of her? No, I don't think they're afraid of her. I don't think JT is afraid of her. I don't think any of these people are afraid of Bethany. I think they don't want to deal with her because sometimes people can not necessarily be afraid of someone, but they cannot want to deal with the drama that comes with the person. And so rather than deal with that drama, they just avoid it wherever they can. Doesn't mean they are afraid of the person. Like the thing with Shar definitely is not afraid of Bethany, but Shar does not want to deal with the drama of Bethany. I think it's the same thing with JT and her ex friend Rebecca. I think so, Cheryl. I think you're absolutely right. Hey, Izella. I definitely think all of Bethany's stuff is gonna hit her all at one time. Like it's gonna be boom, and all of it's out there. That's what I think. That is what I think. Because Bethany has done so much stuff and gotten away with so many tantrums and all of that. No, I don't think they're afraid of her at all. Lauren says, and she has every right to be, because to know that somebody that you invited into your home came into your home and took pictures without your permission is the ultimate. Yes, it is. It's a violation of her privacy. So it's twice that Bethany has violated her privacy that we know of. One, when she, well, actually 3 times, because she went and tried to see what the couch looked like. That was one. The other time is hey, Nancy. The second time was her, well, actually, it's 4 times. Okay. When she went to go see what the couch looked like, when she eavesdropped on Brooke and found out where Char's car was and went and paid Char's car, that's 2. When she spied on her at her house trying to find Larry, see if Larry was there, and Larry had already told her he wasn't there. Thank you, Nancy. Larry had already told her he wasn't there, but she went and she sat outside and crept stalked her house and had that boy, that guy that lived in the neighborhood, watch her house or tried to pay him off. That was 3. And then this time going faking the early breakfast with the girls, and then um taking pictures of the TV. That's 4 times she has violated Shara's privacy. 4 times. I think Shara could if she wanted to. She definitely could press charges. Let me see. Deborah says, well, I'm of the mind that sometimes you have to hit issues head on. Betsy won't stop until she gets stopped. Well, yeah, she won't, but we also don't know what what Bethany may have on them. Nancy, she's sick of Bethany, Anthony, Shauna, and Shayla. Well, I'm sick of Anthony and Shauna, and I've been sick of Shayla. I'm not sick of the Bethany story because it gives you a lot. They have more than just what Shayla and them got going on. Lauren says, but in court you don't have to deal with the defendant. The defendant is not even supposed to talk unless they're on the stand testifying on behalf of themselves. True, but it's the after effects. It's the before court. Because Bethany's gonna find out who is testifying against her. It's not like they're gonna be no big secret. So she'll find out because Natasha's gonna find out. Then she can go and harass them. Some people just don't want to deal with her. I know when she found out about the house, she gonna cut the slap fool. Nancy, you're right. He don't have no backbone. I don't know if he don't have back. I actually think Larry actually likes the drama that Bethany brings. I think he's more toxic than anybody. Yeah, but in court of law, you don't have to deal with the defendant because the defendant, is not even supposed to speak unless it's before court and after court, Lauren. That's the issue. During court, everybody knows she can't say no. But it's before court, and she will find out who's testifying before she goes to court. She will find out who Greg is talking to and asking to testify against her before she goes to court. Because her attorney will find out, and she will ask her, what does this person have on her? What will they say? That's part of discovery, I believe. I think that's the right term. After court, she then can also harass them and aggravate them, because after court, I mean, it's not like she's going to court to get locked up and go to jail. This is a civil suit. So that's what I'm talking about. It's the after part. Nancy Larry's a punk. All right, Marquisa, you enjoy it. You well enjoy. Have a good evening at work and take care of yourself. I know, Zella. I think it's coming, or some version of it. So Deborah says, so Ayana question, what is your take on Shauna? I really don't know what her thing is. I don't like Shauna, so I try not to watch Shauna skits. My take on Shauna is this. If you could have run that restaurant, you wouldn't need somebody to come in and buy the restaurant from you. Amber has bought the restaurant from you. Amber and Anthony. Anthony bought it for his wife. And they allowed you to stay on as a chef, not for you to run it and that like it's still your restaurant. It ain't her restaurant. Amber needs to fire her so she can go on about her business. I'm sick of sharing little Shayla, Emma, and Kendrick, Charles, and Don, and those other senses. Well, they're gonna keep giving it to us, and at some point they're gonna let you down. Then they're gonna pick back up. Oh, you say you home? Oh, so you go. Does who live in the same neighborhood as Larry? Anthony made what karma? I wouldn't even be entertaining her. Like, kick rocks. Go on about your business. I wouldn't keep entertaining her. That's Amber's business now. And Amber need to quit talking so soft and acting like a little wimpy little bird. Hold on, my mom is texting me. Sorry, y'all. Okay, I had to answer my mama. No, she don't live in that neighborhood. I don't know where she live, but she definitely don't live in that neighborhood. No, I didn't freeze. I'll stop. I paused to send my mama a text message. Cause why is Wayne's daughter causing issues against Tamara? Cause she's a teenager and she's mimicking her mama. Her mama don't like Tamara, don't want Wayne with Tamara, so she mimicking her mama. She knows how to manipulate adults, and that's what she's doing. She actually is what people are trying to. Some people I've seen have tried to make Brooke out to be, and Brooke is not like that. Nor is Destiny like that. I'm not frozen. I'm not frozen. Unless you're looking at me on YouTube, I'm sitting here on my thing. I'm not frozen. I was texting my mom when y'all saw me not moving. I was texting my mom. My mom sent me a message. She's checking on my son. Yes, she wants Tamara gone. And that's why she acting like that. She ain't got to do much. Tamara gonna be gone anyway. But that's not Gina's daughter. That's one of the other baby. That's one of the other baby mama's daughter. Gina's daughters, they're different. That's not Gina's daughter. Witnesses are legally protected after some. Lauren, oh my God, Lauren. It don't matter whether they are legally protected or not. The point is, she can when she if Bethany don't care about no law. Bethany finds out about them, she's gonna try to go after them before, and she's gonna try to go after them after. She's gonna say she's gonna do something. That's the point. Now, what she does, ain't none of them scared of her. Just like Lynette, she gonna try to cause problems for Lynette. She gonna try to reach out to Lynette. She gonna say something. She's like a roach. You know, you see a roach, and roaches just don't go nowhere. They're here. They probably been here since the dawn of time. That's what Bethany is like. She's a pest, and pester. She's like the gnat in your ear. the fly that you can't kill, or everything time you thought you killed it hops back up and starts like flying. That's Bethany. And they say, "Hey, mom." Oh yeah, he's fine. Yeah, Amber needs to get some business savvy. Okay, Lauren, let me say it another way. When Diddy went to court for the things that he allegedly did, he was intimidating witnesses. He was even intimidating witnesses even into court. He even went as far as not just to intimidate witnesses and have his people intimidate witnesses. He intimidated witnesses after, before court and after court. He's still intimidating people. So, and manipulating people. Some people don't care about the law. I know it's black and white to you, and that this is what the law is, and this is people don't care. And Bethany's one of the ones that don't care. The only time they're gonna be able to shut Bethany's mouth is actually in court because the judge will lock her up if she starts running her mouth in court. Oh yeah, they definitely gonna move in that house. And here comes a theory. Here comes a theory. Larry leaves Bethany and moves in with Shar. Larry says the heck with the house, his own house, and he moves in with Shar. Yes, they do. You are absolutely right, Cheryl. They stand up against Bethany. Nancy, that girl don't like Emily. That girl just using Emily to mess with Tamara. She's trying to run Tamara away. She don't like nobody but her mama. That's it, Nancy. Bethany don't care about nothing. Yes, Cheryl. Bethany thinks she's above the law. I think Natasha's not gonna. I think Natasha's gonna find out the lies. Yes, Nancy, she's the flu. It comes back every year, and it comes back as a different strain, but it's the same flu. There's a different strain that's more aggravating and obnoxious and hard to get rid of. Um, Deborah, I do believe you're right. I do think Natasha's going to withdraw as her attorney, but I'm wondering if Natasha's going to withdraw because she's going to find out what Bethany has been saying and the lies she's been telling. Because technically, Shara could bring a case against Bethany and Natasha for spying on her, I believe, for infringing on her right to privacy. If I was Shara, I would get a restraining order against Bethany so she couldn't come to my house. Yep, Amber need to fire Sean. Yes, he was blowing up cars. Bethany is yes, he's Zella. Worst kind of pest. Yeah, he unalived people too. He sure did. Allegedly. Allegedly. So I get what Lauren is trying to say. There are legal things, protections in place, but people don't ignore those legal protections. And the legal protections have to be enforced. I think it is. Bethany's gonna have a reason to go to Montana and cut the fool because I think she's gonna find out about Lynette testifying against her. Because see, her dumb behind brother Greg told the daddy. The daddy is gonna now tell Bethany. He's got to go see Bethany now because he's got to tell Bethany JT is back in play, right? Then he's also likely gonna tell Bethany that Greg, and if he doesn't tell it, Harvey's gonna tell it. That Greg is now planning to ask Lynette and Shar to testify against her. That's gonna make her act even more, even more the fool. You would serve time if somebody reported it, Lauren. But in these are skits, and in these skits, ain't nobody reporting Bethany. Okay, let me go back. Has a theory. Bethany and ain't got the money like they portraying. Oh no, she don't. I don't think she broke, but she definitely ain't it ain't hitting like that. Delicia's gonna tell Shayla what? Nancy, girl, you know I don't mess with them Shayla skits. I just watched the Shayla and Amber skit today because she was supposed to be asking Amber for forgiveness. Other than that, I wouldn't even looked at it. Yep, during court. I don't think Daddy Newberg is necessarily afraid of Bethany. I think he's afraid of JT. I think Daddy Newberger created a monster when she was small, when she was a little girl. He did not check her. He co-signed the disrespect to the mother. And now he's created this monster who who's self-entitled and feels she is the be all the end all. And I think what we're about to find out from JT is that while we see Bethany as this racist character, that the same thing that she was doing to in her household and bullying of Larry and Brooke and everybody else, that she did the same thing to JT and her friend. The friend said she fell out with her because of the viral video of Bethany saying what she said to those girls. And when she called the child nappy, that's the one that she's referring to. That's the one that went viral. She said something to Bethany about this. Is Rebecca, the ex-friend. She said something to Bethany about it. Bethany didn't like it. So Bethany and her quit talking. She quit talking to her because she didn't want any parts of it. So the ex-friend ain't dealing with Bethany because she realized probably that Bethany was a horrible person. And when she tried to check her and come to her as a friend and tell her the truth, she didn't want to accept it. Well, good. Let Amber help her. I don't care. I probably won't be watching that skit. Lauren, that's what I'm saying. A restraining order can't people who testify against a defendant get a restraining order so they can ensure that the person doesn't intimidate them or harass them. Lauren, this is Bethany. Bethany don't care nothing about that. Bethany's own husband has left her. He has left her. Her stepdaughter threw the fact that her daddy had left her twice up in her face at this concert. Bethany don't care. Bethany lied to the police about that and didn't give them the real deal tape. She don't care. She don't care. She just don't. So all that, oh, well, people they get a restraining order and all that. They can get a restraining order before. But do they need to get one? No, but who is Bethany? Bethany ain't nobody. But just now, Shar definitely should get one. Because I'm telling you what's gonna happen. Bethany's gonna find out about that money that Larry's paying for that house over there and to pay that bill over there. Bethany's gonna feel because she's married to Larry, that entitles her to have access to Shar's home. Does Bethany love Larry? We about to find out when she runs up on JT. I'm gonna say it like that. I think she loves the concept of Larry, but I don't think she's in love with Larry. Let me ask you this question. Do you think if someone did not fully accept your child and made racist statements against your child, you are a package deal. They call your child trash. They call your family trash. In their presence and in your presence. They call you stupid and they tell you you're an idiot. Is that an example of somebody being in love with somebody? That's it, Cheryl. These are skits. Legalities don't mean nothing. I don't think she loved Larry. Because if she loved Larry, she wouldn't say the stuff she says to her daughter, to his daughter. If she loved Larry, she wouldn't try to um control him and intimidate him to the point and also force herself into situations. There you go. She don't love Larry. She doesn't like losing. She does not like not having control. Because if she really loved Larry, when Larry left her, like really, really left her, yeah, she was crying. That was a control issue. Wasn't that gonna change with her? That's it, because she don't have no control. Even after Larry told her where he was, what did she do? She still went to Char's house. Well, he told her he was in a hotel. She still went to Char's house and stalked outside Char's house and tried to pay some random strange dude to watch Char's home. That was dangerous. There it is right now. She don't love Larry. It's slave mistress mentality. Okay, there's a Let me send it to myself because I think I put it on my phone. Hold on. Someone asked a question. I said I was gonna respond to it on the live. So let me send it to myself so I can pull it up. Okay, let me pull it up. Hold on, what I missed? What I missed, y'all? I was trying to pull that up. Let me go back up. Marquisa says the question is, does Bethany know how to love or know what love really means? No. Uh, no. I don't think she does. I think she thinks it means control. Let me. I don't understand why my. Yep, she's finding out. The best in been knowing is low down stuff. Hold on, y'all. I gotta pull something up. Okay, close that up. And then I can pull it up so we can see. I'm gonna put it on the stage. There it is. Whoop. Okay, so I think I'm gonna read it from my phone. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So On the Amber tells Anthony, Shayla asks her to forgive her. We're gonna take a break from Bethany and hop on this real quick, just in case it's Lady D 5732 goes back and watches this live. So it's Lady D 5732 says, what I don't understand, and all the chat crew members that is married can enlighten me on this. If she can forgive everyone just to get her husband back, but when it comes to give one-on-one forgiveness for Shayla, she can't. I'm confused. Forgiveness is for the individual in the situation. Am I wrong? Okay. This is jumping back on the Amber thing because I did say to it's Lady D in my response that I respond to this on live. And it actually kind of goes with this Bethany stuff too. But I'm just gonna interject this little piece of Amber and Shayla and the forgiveness thing. So I'm gonna read it one more time and y'all can see it on the screen. She says, what I don't understand, and all the chat crew members that is married can enlighten me on this, is that she can forgive everyone just to get her husband back. But when it comes to give one-on-one forgiveness for Shayla, she can't. I'm confused. Forgiveness is for the individual in the situation. Am I wrong? Forgiveness, or the act of forgiving, is actually for the person who does the forgiving. It's not for the person, okay, who, let me take unpin this comment. Okay. It's not for the person, it's not really for the person who's asking for forgiveness. It's for the person that does the forgiving. Because what that does is it starts to heal that person from the hurt, the pain, and the anger. Because if they hold on to it and they don't forgive, it can hinder their lives. Okay. But forgiveness also has to come in time. You understand what I'm saying? You can't, just because you now want to apologize to somebody, and Shayla really didn't even apologize. There wasn't an apology in there at all. But just because Shayla decides she needs Amber to forgive her, don't mean Amber gotta forgive her in this moment. Because Amber is still healing. Now she's married to Anthony. They took vows, and one of those vows was for better or for worse. This could be their worst, right? So Amber, because I can understand why, from a church mindset, she wanted to stay and try to make her marriage work. Me personally, infidelity would be my deal breaker, especially if you go and sleep with my best friend. There's not a whole lot of forgiveness that I could have for the person, for either one of them. That's just me. I ain't knocking nobody else. Okay. Shayla crossed the line, like best friend, especially with best friend girls. That is a breach and a brokenness and a fracture that will take a lot of time for someone to heal from. That fracture is not so easily prepared, because it's almost like if your sister were to sleep with your man. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, Kai is a constant reminder. And I feel like when Amber said to Shayla, I love Kai, that was her saying, be grateful and be thankful that I actually love this child here. And you don't have somebody else as the stepmama, because I could really cut the fool. And I think that's what sets Bethany and Amber apart. Amber is a real stepmother. She's the kind of stepmother where you can take the word step off. That makes sense. You can take the word step off, because Amber gonna love that child like it's hers, like she's hers. Bethany don't love Brooke like she's hers. Bethany loves Brooke like someone she can control. That's it. What you just said, Lauren, she has a slave master slave mentality as far as her always saying that Brooklyn Destiny of sass mouth and her white people back in the day used that term the sass mouth to talk about black children. That's it. That's perfect. Perfect, Deborah. Amber is a bonus mom. She's more than a stepmom. She's a bonus mom. And the time when Shayla should have come and apologized that day on the porch, she hit Amber with, "I forgive you." And Amber was like, "If anybody should be apologizing to anybody, you owe me an apology for sleeping with my husband and breaking up my marriage." That was the porch scene when Shayla bent over and bent her butt up in Anthony's face. Yes, she does. Hey, D Brown, you're not too late. Marquisa says Amber loved Kai before Kai got here. Well, Amber is his godmother. Amber was there for Kai's birth. She was there to help catch Kai. So Amber was there from birth. So yes, she has a bonding connection with him. Amber could be like, bump that baby because I don't have my son that I wanted. I lost my baby. So Amber's carrying a lot. And and I'm gonna be, she hadn't completely forgiven Anthony, truth be told. We just haven't gotten to see it yet, but she hasn't completely forgiven Anthony. This is how you know she hadn't completely forgiven Anthony. Because she thought Anthony put Shayla up to come at her with that forgiveness thing. She ain't forgave Anthony. But the problem is she lets Anthony love bomb her, kind of how Bethany love bombs Larry. She lets Anthony love bomb her, and then she forgets what her request was. Larry does the same thing. Bethany love bombs him, telling him he's a king and doing things to kind of treat him like a king. But ain't none of that real. It's bogus. It is so bogus. Well, yeah. Shayla, and that's the other thing too. Shayla wants Iman now because she don't want to be without no man. To Marquisa's point, last week Shayla was on Amber's porch flirting with Anthony, and she asked where Amber was, and she started, and the last word she said was, "You know what I can do?" Exactly, Marquisa. She ain't sorry. That's why she ain't apologize. I don't know that she realizes karma is coming because she don't know about Iman Delisa. She may have started to suspect, but she don't know. Her narcissism and arrogance makes her a dweeb to me. She does think Sonny and Mike are her karma. D Brown says, "I need for the writers to start showing Amber winning. She had been through more drama than anyone in all of Wayne's skitland, beginning by getting rid of Shauna and that stripper." Yep, she need to get rid of them. Marquis says that karma didn't hurt, and her and Sonny can be friends, and Sonny forgave her. Exactly. It didn't hurt because she don't truly understand karma. And the audience is not the people that are Amberites. They haven't forgiven Shayla. I haven't forgiven Shayla. Something it's gonna take something drastic for me as a viewer to want to watch any more Shayla specific skits. Because in the back of my mind, I'm going to be thinking about the entire time how they played in our faces with this whole karma thing and with the whole birth certificate thing. So, no, it's going to take, I'm going to tell you what it's going to take. It's going to take something happening to Kai and her being down, like just broke and busted. It's going to take, it will take that level of take her down through there. I don't want Kai to go away, but I think it's definitely gonna take something heavy. It needs to be something heavy. It ain't gonna be. I don't need no heaviness from something happening to her daddy, or no heaviness from something happening to her mama, or some heaviness coming from something happening to Zachary. I need it to be relative to Kai. And the reason why I'm saying that is this: Amber didn't lose one child; she lost two. Amber miscarried while Anthony was being verbally abusive to her because he knew he was hitting her best friend, smashing her best friend. She lost that baby from all the stress, and then she lost baby David, not once but twice. That is why I said it's going to take something occurring with Kai. And I need to see Shayla hurt. Yes, on the front porch. Lady D, I responded to your message. You may have to go back and check the replay. Go back, probably about from the moment you join, go back, what y'all, maybe 10, 15 minutes from this moment in the, yeah, so go back to like, maybe not that long. Go back to 32 minutes in this skit to the 32-minute point. And I think that's when I started talking about your comment here. Yeah, them filing for custody ain't gonna do it for me. Now, if she had a similar experience to what the backstory we got on Shara, like if she got caught up in something illegal and got locked up and they had to get Kai, then they had to get temporary full custody of Kai, and Aaron didn't want to let go, that could work if they got custody of the baby. Marquisa says Shayla and Angelina got hurt worse than Amber did when I say hurt, I mean hurt. Because Shayla and Angelina messed with the marriage. Shayla is not married. Yes, it needs to be a deep, 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 deep wound. Something that she can almost not rebound from. Ladies, is she having it because she thought Anthony told Shayla put her up to ask him for forgiveness? Right. So she ain't forgave him. Deborah says, Cheryl, it would be if Kai gets sick, needs blood tests, and Anthony's blood is name. All of that mixed up in there. They gonna have to fix it. That the writers, producers, or actors, somebody, they gonna have to fix it. To me, Bethany has more redeeming qualities than Shayla, and I want Bethany to hurt, but Shayla handled her business in a whole, yeah, like just deep down, like she needs to have a soul. Her soul needs to ache. Her soul needs to ache. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I got these skits, these reactions to the skits of I felt bad for Shar when she found out about Bethany's taking pictures of that TV at her house. I really felt bad. I felt bad. Bethany don't have no redeeming qualities. D Brown says, in my mind, I see Kai having to have blood and not being Anthony's. There needs to be karma. Oh, excuse me, for Anthony and Shayla. Anthony needs to lose a son and some money. Yeah, because see, Anthony's still doing slick stuff. He's still doing slick stuff, and that's the problem I got with him. All right, guys, I'm gonna get ready to get off of here and head up so I can get some rest. Um, yeah, Bethany is yeah, Nancy, he gonna cheat. I knew he was gonna cheat when he was on the porch asking Chase how did he get away with cheating on Candace. And Chase was like, I don't cheat on my wife. Yeah, Bethany get on my nerve, but she run these numbers up on his channel, so I'm gonna keep reacting to her stuff. When I react to stuff with Shayla, I don't get a lot of views. Yep, I heard it. D Brown says young here, Larry said, no way when Shar asked was he divorcing Bethany. Yeah, I heard it. Chase will probably cheat Maggie, yes, but he hadn't yet. This lady says, I'm not Team Shell and I'm looking for karma. But I always taught that as long as the world go around, karma, we wrought what we sought. Well, yeah, but she ain't had none yet. Yes, Nancy, Anthony is a snake. Well, I do think he likes being married to her, but it's not for. I think D Brown, you think he likes to be married to her for her money. Larry don't need Bethany's money, so I wish people would stop making it to be about her money. He may like the status that her money bring. Well, her money don't even bring status. Look where they living at. Look how Bethany dressed. So her money don't bring no status or nothing like that to me. I think he likes being married to Bethany because he likes being married and he doesn't want to admit that he married the wrong person. That's why he's saying he won't divorce. But Larry married the wrong person. It's very clear. And now he about to let what a name get away. Let Shar get away. That's it. She flatters his manhood. But look though, okay, y'all, I'm not saying I was gonna get out, but I do have a question. What do y'all think about Larry doing all this stuff for Shar? He keeps using Brooke as the excuse. But what do you think about what do you think about I just feel like he's not just doing this for Brooke's sake. I think Larry's doing this because, and I say this in my reaction. Y'all gonna watch my reactions when I get out because I'm gonna post them. They should be through going through the processing now. But I want to know what y'all think about the reason for him doing all this stuff that he's doing for her. Because I don't think he's doing it out of the kindness of his heart. I think Larry's doing it because Larry, what you said right there. He does like the mess, but more than liking the mess, I think Larry really is in love with Shara. I think that's who he really realized he should have been with. Brooke finna go off to college. Brooke don't need that big behind house. Brooke got a house with a bedroom. And not saying Shar don't deserve to live in a nice home. But if in that skit, and you're gonna see my reaction, Larry holds her hand. I don't think he's just helping her because of his daughter. I don't believe that. I don't. Look, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all because in my skit reaction, I say this. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. Me and my husband was divorced at one point. Anytime I wanted something or needed something, all I had to do was call him. He wasn't doing that just because he wanted to do that. Yeah, some of the stuff he was doing definitely because I had kids. But it wasn't just about me and him having kids together. He wasn't doing that just for the kids. He was doing that because he still was in love with me. I'm telling you. He ain't doing that for nothing. He not doing that without any type of, let me say it this way. There's a deep down expectation that he has that Shar will be there and be within reach to him. I ain't telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know and what I experienced for myself. And that's not a knock against my husband. But my husband straight up told me one time that any woman that he saw after me, when we were separated and wasn't together no more, he said that they were just gonna have to get used to the fact that I exist. Because when I call, that's it. And I said to him, oh, don't worry. Because any man give me gonna have to understand you here, you in my life, and you ain't going nowhere. When you call, I'm here. You know what, D Brown, you a mess. So what I'm seriously. So that's why I say Lynette don't have it like Shar got it, y'all. Lynette don't even have it like that. He likes to be the hero. And part of it is Brooke. But Brooke is not the biggest part of it. Brooke not going to be that much. Brooke is a senior in high school who technically should already be through with school this last semester. This girl finna go off to college. And most likely, when kids go off to college, once they finish school, most of the time they don't move back home and stay home. If they get a career and do internship somewhere, they move on with their life. They come home. When they come back home, they come home to visit. That's it. It could possibly have something to do with his PTSD. He do like to play hero, but I'm telling y'all, Larry ain't Larry in love with Shara. Okay, yep, I can get with that. He want to let her know he messed up. Cheryl says you're right. He still loves her. No man would do those things just to help out. And look, if it was about Brooke, y'all, let me hit y'all with something. Go with me here. If it was about Brooke, guess what? Bethany calling his daughter trash and trashy would have ended that relationship. If it was about Brooke and helping Brooke, and Brooke had, if it was totally about her and making life better for her, when Shar wanted Brooke to live with her, he wouldn't have put up a fight because he already knew the stuff Bethany had been saying to Brooke. Marquisa says, Larry has never done it for Brooke. It's something else, but how Larry gonna behave when he hears Joe? That's it. That's gonna be what's gonna tell the story. But okay, because Char's supposed to take me to see the house Saturday. Okay, let me run this by you. Larry is the first man to walk through Char's new house. I'm gonna say it again. Larry, the ex that Char don't want, supposedly don't want, the ex who supposedly don't want Char, he the first man to walk in her house, to go all up and through her house. That's significance. Think about black culture now. That's and Char is from the South. And it's New Year's. It may not be New Year's Day when you usually have a man walk through your house, but it's still New Year's. And in her new house, the first male to set foot in her house is Larry. He don't have to make no move on Char. But he did do something in that skit tonight when Char was pissed and was telling him, she don't, you know what, I don't want your money no more. He did something a little different. He grabbed Shara's hand and held it to try to get her to calm down and see reason and to not turn down his offering for money. It's in the skit, and I'll call it out in my reaction. D Brown, you funny. You real funny. Ayana, you got that same thing. Well, girl. Don't let the thickness fool you, baby. Don't let the thickness fool you. Deborah said, same for me, Yana. My first husband did the same with me. I'm married again for decades, but my first husband did this. That's what I'm saying. And see, I remarried my husband, so he ain't going nowhere, and I ain't going nowhere. Lady D called it. Girl, you done called it. Larry wants Char, but he keep doing for her just in case he do decide to divorce Bethany. Char will come back to him. He is investing in this new relationship. Larry want that old thing back. He is making investments. Let me run it to you another way. He bought Char that couch, right? So now Char decides to have a man over. They sitting on the couch. Think Char gonna feel comfortable with that man sitting on her couch? Char ain't no gold digger. Char is not Ashley. Char is not Delicia. Char is not Shayla. Do you think Char would feel comfortable having a man sit on it? You know, she may invite him over there for a minute, but do you really think she would be comfortable having a man that she messed around with sitting on the couch or making out on the couch that Larry bought her? Y'all let me know what y'all think, because I'm going to tell you, a Southern woman like Char would not feel comfortable with it. That's it. He married Char. Char is his first. He married Char and not Lynette. These things are investments, y'all, into a relationship that he wants back. Nancy husband didn't come back. Well, it don't. Some people got different kind of love, Nancy. Light bulb moment. That is the theory, Marquisa. Could Bethany be portraying her relationship she wanted with JT with Larry? Yes. And Deborah is calling it out. And guess what, y'all? Bethany knows it. That's why she's deathly afraid. Bethany knows that Larry wanted his wife. That's why I'm telling y'all, there's got to be a part of the backstory where Bethany set Shara up. Shara has now met a man. Shara could meet people in Atlanta. Shara also has met people in Atlanta. And the reason why we know Shara done met people in Atlanta, because Shara started going to church. And Shara goes to church every Sunday. Shara has gone to church several times to her, whatever church she became a member of when she got here. She goes even the other week when Destiny and Brooke were there, she got ready to go to church. When Bethany came to her house, trying to act like she was coming to pick the girls up to go to early breakfast. Where was Shar going? Shar was getting ready to go to church. Thank you, Isella. So Nancy, she knows people in Atlanta. He paying $650. $650 for some people is a half a month's rent. He gonna pay the $650. He was gonna pay to get that car fixed, so Bethany beat him to it. That was the reason why Bethany paid for the car. Bethany wanted to beat Larry to it. He bought that TV that was still sitting in the box. He bought that TV Black Friday, and it's now we're in a whole new year, and the TV still sitting in the box. He bought her a couch that was what, $1,500-$1,700. He ain't even paying child support for Brooke. Not that he should, because he got Brooke. He would have been dumped Bethany. Brooke. If it was about Brooke, he would have done dropped Bethany. Yes, Bethany knows he still loves Shard, and that's what scares her. But guess what? We about to see if this hit dog finna get ready to holler. Because I'm willing to bet you that Bethany still loves JT. Because Greg said he wished they could have been together and so they could keep singing. He said he don't love Larry and Brooke, but he wished that Bethany and Jesse would have worked out, if for nothing else but them singing and performing together. I don't know how many bedrooms in there, but it's enough for him to come and sleep over if he need to. D. Brown said, hey, I'm gonna think him 253 years going on 54, try to leave, change his ways, but that's it. They really want you, they'll come back. It's true to the story. If it's meant to be, it's gonna circle back. And not sitting on the couch and watching that TV. Yes, please hit the like button. Hey, Michelle Barnes, how are you? We're having a great day. She's pushing him away. He don't even have to check out. She pushing him away. And I'm waiting to see what's going to happen when she run up on JT. Yeah, because Duchess even said, you know why he telling you he stayed at the hotel. He wants you to know he was at the hotel. Duchess called it out. He went right over there and told this woman he was going to be at the hotel. And then Shar had to tell him to go home. His wife would go to the hotel to work his stuff out. Because he was trying to hang with her the whole weekend. Shar ain't stupid. She know what's up. I'm telling y'all, Shar knows if she really wants to, she can get him back. Yep, PR almost lost her job. I saw that. Wayne asked his sister something about what he should do. So she got a bedroom. Each one of the girls got a bedroom. And then she has a guest bedroom. When he leave Bethany again, wonder where he gonna go stay. I can believe that. I kind of gave up on their skits too. Right. Notice you don't hear nothing about Bethany going away. Every so often she'll say something, but she been putting out work. She been putting out work so she can keep up with Brooke and Destiny, and now she putting out work because she's trying to make sure he don't go nowhere. I don't know. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm ready for Larry's friend to call him out about all the things he's doing for her, either his friend or his sister. Or Pernell. Well, Pernell already done called him out. So Pernell done made a note. But I'm waiting on the friend or the sister to call him out about what he doing for Shar. And just tell him straight up, you're doing all this stuff because you love him. Let's make real. Shar is the first love and the woman he gave his life to. Not even Lynette can come before Shar, and Bethany knows that. Knows it. That's why Shar is there. Yeah, she is so afraid of Shar. And then it's got to really be eating Bethany up that Lynette and Shar are friends. They actually get along. It's eating Bethany up because she could never. Okay, y'all, I'm finna get off here for real now. I gotta go to bed. I'm getting sleepy. My eyes getting heavy. I need to go get some rest. But this has been great. I have enjoyed y'all. I didn't even introduce myself. Y'all, I am Ayana of Ayana Enters the Chat. Thank you for joining. Definitely hit that like button on your way out. Right, Michelle. He knows they made a mistake and didn't fix it. Like on the way out. I appreciate. Oh, thank you, Nancy. You rock too, sis. Definitely go check out Nancy's skits today, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful night, and y'all know how we do it. Peace and a big old bucket of Sweet Dreams hair grease. That's what we're gonna call tonight. Sweet Dreams hair grease. A bucket of it. All right, y'all have a good one.